Welcome to Factful Finance, where smart money meets real life. What if I told you that building wealth doesn't mean cutting every joy from your life? That you don't have to say goodbye to your morning latte, your weekend getaways, or the dinner dates that make life feel worth it? Because here's the truth. Too many people think the path to wealth is paved with sacrifice. But that's not wealth. That's financial misery with a savings account. Let's change that. You work hard. You want a life that feels good now, not just when you're 65 and gray. And you know what? That's possible. In fact, it's essential. So today, I'm going to show you how to build real sustainable wealth without putting your life on pause. No fluff, no extremes, just practical, proven strategies rooted in real-world finance, behavioral psychology, and good old-fashioned common sense. Sound good? All right, let's start by clearing up a myth that's sabotaging millions of people. The idea that budgeting equals restriction. Nope. The most effective budgets aren't cages, they're compasses. And the best compass I've ever seen? The 50-30-20 rule. It's endorsed by CFP professionals and widely backed by financial psychology research. Here's how it breaks down. 50% of your after-tax income goes to needs, housing, groceries, transportation. 30% of wants. Yes, wants. The fun stuff. And 20%? That's for saving and debt repayment. Let me repeat that. You are supposed to spend 30% guilt-free on concerts, vacations, sushi, streaming services, whatever makes you feel alive. When you actually budget joy into your life, you stick with it. That's Behavioral Finance 101. Want to know who skips budgets? People who hate them. Now, let's zoom in on Olivia. She's 34, works in marketing, loves travel, and used to think she had to choose between Bali and building a nest egg. But instead of quitting her adventures cold turkey, she followed a plan. She automated 20% of her income into an index fund portfolio. Low cost, diversified, aligned with CFA-backed long-term growth strategies. She found off-season deals, used travel rewards, and cut daily spending she didn't actually care about, like random Amazon impulse buys. 2 years in, her portfolio hit $42,000, and she's already booked 3 trips with points. You don't need to be miserable to be wealthy. You need a plan. Let's talk investing, because if you're only saving, you're losing. Inflation, according to the latest Federal Reserve reports, is still averaging above 3%. If your savings aren't outpacing that, your money is quietly shrinking. Scary, right? But here's the kicker. Most people wait way too long to start. Liam, a 29-year-old software engineer, started investing just $250 per month in a Roth IRA. At a modest 7% annual return, based on historical S&P 500 averages, that's over $500,000 by the time he's 60. No crazy crypto plays. No sleepless nights. Just consistency. The best investors, they're not the smartest, they're the most patient. Still worried you'll miss out on life by saving too much? Let's flip the question. What are you missing by not saving? Peace of mind. Freedom to say no to toxic jobs. The ability to help your family. That's the real enjoyment money buys. Wealth isn't just about numbers. It's emotional. It's the confidence of knowing you're covered when your car breaks down. It's the thrill of booking a trip and knowing your investments are working quietly in the background. It's control and freedom. Now, how do you enjoy life while growing that freedom? Here's a 5-part framework I call the Wealth Without Austerity system. Step 1. Automate first, think later. Use payroll deduction or your bank's auto transfer to send money to savings and investments before it hits your checking account. This taps into behavioral science. We spend what we see, out of sight, growing quietly. Step 2. Create a joy budget. Seriously, name a category fun in your budget. This retrains your brain to associate budgeting with freedom, not fear. Use a zero-based budgeting app or spreadsheet. Many CPAs recommend YNAB or Monarch Money to track guilt-free spending. Step 3. Build an experience fund. Set aside money specifically for life-enriching experiences. Birthdays, travel, hobbies. This fund replaces the I deserve this impulse buys with intentional joy. It's not deprivation, it's curation. Step 4. Invest in index funds or target date funds. Don't get lost chasing stock tips or meme coins. According to SEC guidelines and CFA investment principles, broad market index funds historically beat most active investors. Just set it, forget it, and reallocate yearly. Step 5. Protect your joy with a safety net. This one's huge. A 2023 Bankrate study showed that only 44% of Americans could cover a $1,000 emergency. That's terrifying. Your emergency fund, 3 to 6 months of expenses, isn't boring. It's liberating. Because when life happens, you're ready. Let me introduce you to Nina. She's a self-employed designer. Her income is lumpy, her expenses are high, and her stress used to be through the roof. But she took this system and tweaked it. She stashed 6 months of expenses, opened a CP IRA to reduce her tax liability, and automated 15% of her monthly income to low-volatility ETFs. She still hits her favorite coffee shop every morning, and she sleeps like a rock. Because she's not hustling out of fear. She's working with purpose. That's wealth. And you can build it without canceling Netflix, without skipping birthday gifts, without saying no to the little things that make life sweet. But here's the thing. It doesn't happen by accident. It happens when you stop thinking in extremes and start thinking in systems. The next time someone says, you have to give up all the fun stuff if you want to get rich, just smile. Because now, you know better. Which of these ideas are you going to try first? Seriously, tell me in the comments. I'd love to hear your take. And hey, if this made your financial future feel a little more doable, stick around. There's more where this came from. Oh, and just so we're crystal clear, this content is for educational purposes only and doesn't count as financial advice. I'm not endorsing any product, app, or investment mentioned. Always consult a certified financial professional before making any money moves. Got that? Good. If you're serious about living well and building wealth, the next video waiting for you is going to blow your mind. Go watch it now. You're not going to want to miss this.